everyone, this is Abby from the Medicineless Pharmacy. Let's talk about saving a little bit of money when trying to meal prep. I mean, when you're buying things for a single person, it could sometimes get more expensive. Because when you're shopping for like 4 or 5 people and you buy in bulk, there's so much sales out there, right? It always gets cheaper to buy more. But then when you're buying for one person, it just becomes a little too expensive. I'm a big Costco fan, Costco, I shop at Costco all the time. And of course, I know everybody that goes to Costco knows how Costco is, right? Every time you go, you're always like $300, $400 in, right? We all know how that works. But I do buy a lot at Costco, and people always ask me, you're just like one person, like what are you buying at Costco, right? So today maybe I'll share a little bit about the things that I buy at Costco all the time for myself, right? So I buy croissants at Costco, so sometimes, so Costco gets expensive, right? Every time we go to Costco, we all know we spend way more money than we never have to. Over the course of the years, I've realized that if I don't go to Costco, I'm fine. Like if I go to Costco every other week, I'm still spending the same amount of money as if I go to Costco once a month. And I swear to God, I do not know how that's even possible, right? You would think if I go every other week that I'll be spending half that amount. But no, every time I go to Costco, my bill is the same. So I have learned to not go to Costco often, right? I just go once a month, maybe once every 6 weeks. The shortest trip I made to Costco is like every 3 weeks, right? I don't do anything shorter than that. Because like I said, every time I go to Costco, the bill is the same. I could not, I do not know how. But either way, this is what I do when I go to Costco. I buy like croissants. I buy 2 packs of it. I do love croissants. My daughter likes croissants. So it is part of our breakfast rotation, especially on the weekends, like when we will like have to, like when we want to make food, but not really like make egg, like not go all out, but want to have something nice. Like croissant goes in the air fryer to get nice and crispily toasted with jam and stuff. That's amazing. So I do eat croissants, but not that much. So why do I buy 2 packs of croissants, you might ask? I package them. I package them in a Ziploc bag. I throw them in the freezer. And this is the best thing I ever learned. When you're cutting into Costco croissants, you know how they all like crumble apart, they like rip apart when you're trying to cut into a croissant. But actually putting it in the freezer kind of makes it firmer too. So when you're cutting into a croissant, it cuts so well with your regular kitchen knife, and you don't need any fancy, super sharp like knife, and it'll still cut through it because it's frozen. And then I just toast it in the air fryer for like 3 minutes or 4 minutes, depending on what air fryer you're using, and it comes out like nice and crispy and like nice and toasted, and I love that. Another thing I get at Costco, I get all my frozen vegetables at Costco. I get peas, I get like the mixed bag of frozen carrots and stuff, and then I get like the bag of the cauliflower broccoli mix, and there's a stir fry mix. Costco has amazing frozen vegetables, and I always get the frozen vegetables because I use frozen vegetables in my cooking a lot. Like when I'm tired and when I don't have time to prep and stuff, frozen vegetables comes in handy. People always argue over how it's important for us to eat fresh vegetables, but let me be honest. When I'm buying fresh vegetables, by the time I come back from the store, I'm exhausted. I don't even want to look at the vegetables. I don't want to make like, by the time I come back, it'll be like 6 at night, and I will just put it in the fridge and I'll be like, I'll prep this later. And you know how much vegetables I just have thrown straight from the fridge into the garbage? Half the time, by the time I get into those carrots, they're like limp and they're like saggy and sad. It took a long time for me to like embrace the fact that I don't get to them on time, and I don't have time to go shopping every 2 to 3 days to get like fresh vegetables all the time, that frozen vegetables is so much better for me. Because in order to flash freeze those vegetables, they have to be picked at the most like at their prime of the vegetable's time, right? The vegetable needs to have like a good water content. It needs to be like at that perfect time in order for them to flash freeze it. So those frozen vegetables are so much fresher than so many vegetables that you get from the stores. By the time they get in the cart, they get transported to different, like, you know, by the time they hit your store shelves, they're already old. So frozen vegetables are perfectly great substitute to instead of eating out or other, like getting other foods or like eating limp carrots. Frozen vegetables are a great substitute. So I buy a lot of frozen vegetables there. I know when I used to get, like, I don't get chicken at Costco anymore because my daughter is the only person that eats it. I don't get any sausage and stuff anymore at Costco because it's just for her, and it's not worth, she doesn't eat that much either, so it's not worth getting them at like I just get them at Whole Foods or ShopRite or any regular store. I'll just get like a big pack and like marinate them. So when I get my meats, I marinate them and then freeze it, so it's easy for me to pull and just directly cook. I also get maybe a couple of containers of soup at Costco, and I will freeze them. So I'll like take a half and I'll portion them out and I'll freeze them. I get different kind, every time I go I'll get like 2 different kinds of fish and, like, you know, seafood and stuff, but you know, everybody knows how they do the frozen meat and stuff at Costco. And I also sometimes get bread at Costco. I'll get like bread, I can show you guys. I'll just like get bread, and this is something I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna get this bread and I just cut them, like I'll just slice them, pre-slice them, and this gets frozen too. Another thing, so I make a lot of Indian food. I make a lot of Indian curries, and Costco has a good roti flour stuff, like chapati. So I get like frozen rotis, and these actually, believe it or not, freeze very well. I don't know how I think they cook them. I think they pre-cook them a little bit so they don't like stick to each other, because when I used to prep for this, I used to like make rotis and you have to layer them with parchment paper, and so it's a lot of work and it's not worth it, right? At that point you're like, you know, there's so much other things you could eat. Do we really need this roti, right? When you go to like frozen section and get parathas and stuff, they do add a lot of additives to it. I mean, do I have parathas in my freezer? I absolutely do. I have stuffed parathas, like vegetable stuffed parathas and stuff in my freezer. I do go, like when I have absolutely no time, that's a great thing to like pull out, because you don't have to worry about having side sauces and stuff because it comes pre-stuffed with vegetables. But I'm pretty sure they add like preservatives and stuff to it to get it there. So that's not part of my daily rotation, right? It's like a emergency rotation, an alternative, something different that I go for. In my daily rotation, I do have these Costco rotis, and they're great. They are layered. They come 2 in a pack, and the pack has 2, so I get like 2 packs and I freeze them. They freeze very well, and I'll just like put them in the fridge overnight. If it thaws overnight, the chapatis like come out easy, and they're like quick to make in the stove. I do those. So these are the food I get. I do get a lot of stuff at Costco. I'll get like pre-cut cheeses for crackers and stuff. So sometimes my daughter will take that as a snack for crackers and cheese for school, or even to eat at home in the evenings. I also use that for my grilled cheeses and stuff when I get to it, right? Like I'll just do grilled cheese with that same cheese. So it's easy. I just buy those blocks of cheese. So you could shop at Costco. I get my bell peppers at Costco. I get my cucumbers at Costco. I do not get fruits at Costco. It didn't work for me personally, right? I don't eat so much fruit, and I feel like every time I got fruit at Costco, they'll just like start going bad so soon. Well, it is a big pack. I don't eat so much fruits. But bell peppers and stuff, I prep them right away. I'll get my bell peppers at Costco. I have a big bag. And then I'll take them, I'll cut them, prep them, sometimes even cook them. I'll sometimes cut them into small pieces and like freeze them with onions so I could use it in my omelets and stuff. Most of the time I just pre-cook those vegetables and I have them on the side. This way I could add to rice or like other food, like add to eggs to make omelet and like make it quick. So I do get bell peppers. I get like cucumbers at Costco, because I want to try the cucumber salad that's trending on Instagram or TikTok. I will try some of the recipes, some of the easy recipes that does not take too long to make. I will be trying a lot of recipes. So yes, so this is my Costco run for this week. I'll share with you guys more Costco run as I go. Give me a follow if you're interested in cooking for one and a half, maybe a couple of halves, one person. I have a lot of tips and tricks, and follow me if you're interested. And if you're struggling to cook for one person and you're trying to either save money or mostly time, which is very important for me, I'll spend a little bit more money if I could save some time, but not compromise on nutrition and the quality of the food, right? That's very important for me. So if you are someone in my boat, yes, please give me a follow. I'll share more recipes. I'm also going to, I also want to start trying these like easy recipes, like one pot recipes or like one and done recipes, and I'll share them with you guys. Let's see how that goes, right? Well, thanks for listening to me, you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.